If you have a boring, white, builder grade living room, you are going to love this video. Today I just wanted to share how I transformed my white living room into what you see behind me, which is obviously very colorful, full of art, added some architectural detailing, all the things, so let's just get into it. So to begin at the beginning, we bought this house in 2017. It was a new build and it has a very common layout. So this living room is open to the kitchen and it's just kind of like one big room, but there's no real architectural detail and it's just kind of flat white walls, a weird corner fireplace that made furniture arrangement kind of difficult. So I kind of tackled this wanting to do several things. So the first thing is I just wanted to have like a nice connection between the living room and the kitchen so that when I was in the kitchen making dinner and the kids were in the living room, we could kind of chit chat back and forth and it felt like a natural flow, not that their backs were to me and they were just staring at the TV. We did, however, want to keep a TV in this room just because we hang out up here a lot. Our primary TV watching area is actually in our basement, but we're on this main floor a lot. So we still wanted to have that option if we were just hanging out before dinner, whatever. The third thing that we had to deal with was this kind of corner fireplace situation. I did a whole video about how to sort of manage a corner fireplace and lay out your living room. And I will put a link to that video in the description below. It's a good one if you have a corner fireplace and you have no idea what to do with your living room. So the main objective, the last objective, was just to add some personality to the space. Like I said, it was fine before. It was just kind of like white and boring. It didn't really serve a purpose. We just had a mishmash of furniture, not really, pulling its weight or anything. So I wanted to give everything more purpose. We did, however, have a nice leather couch that we had got off Craigslist 10 years ago, and I wanted to make sure that I could still work with that. So that was kind of like the key starting point for this whole room. I wanted to add some color. I love blues. We have a lot of blues throughout our house, so I swatched out a few blues to try on the walls. However, I didn't want like this giant wash of blue, and I really wanted some architectural detailing. So I dove into the dubious world of DIY wainscot. It is achievable. Any YouTuber or blogger that tells you it's easy is lying or they did it wrong. I'm just being honest here. You can do it. It's just not easy. It takes a long time and a lot of math and a lot of caulk and a lot of patience. So I'm never going to do a video on how to do it because I don't know that I wish that upon you unless you just really, really enjoy all of those things that I mentioned before. Moving on. So as far as that TV was concerned, I wanted to go one of two ways. So I thought, one, about doing a TV lift cabinet and just using our existing TV. Our existing TV was awfully big though, and kind of unnecessarily big for a non-primary TV space. The other option was to get a frame TV. So was the frame TV worth it? Yes, it was. I wouldn't say if you want like this prime movie experience, the frame's not for you. But if you want it as like a TV in your like main living space and you want it to sort of blend in, yes, it's worth it. It is a very realistic way to make it look like there's artwork on your wall. I'm surprised, we know, so we can kind of see that faint glow because we're aware, but when people come to our house, they don't immediately realize. So it's definitely a good investment if that's a place you want to invest. We already had the couch piece, so now I just needed to look into what are gonna be the complementary pieces. We also had this sort of large ottoman that was white and was getting completely trashed by my dogs and my kids. So we needed a darker slipcover for that, but it was still serviceable. It was a good size, and really we just needed two accent chairs to go on the other side of this conversation area. Having these two smaller accent chairs facing this nice cushy couch really makes for a nice conversational seating area. So we can sit down and watch TV, or we can sit down and play a game on the bridge table portion of the ottoman, or we can just chat. So now we had the walls being a huge expanse of blue. We had the beautiful black wainscoting on the bottom, but it was feeling very empty. I spent a long time piecing together the ultimate gallery wall to wrap 2 walls of this living room. Artwork is my jam. So most of this artwork is from Artfully Walls. I'd say like 90% of it. And I did leave a few gaps in the arrangement because I wanted to leave room for like anything I might, find thrifting or just that I fall in love with, because it's nice to have a gallery wall be kind of organic and be able to grow over time. And I didn't want to just find filler pieces for the sake of finding filler pieces, because that just seemed like a waste of money. And the elephant in the room, which is that corner fireplace. It was painted blue per my request when we moved in, because I was figuring we should make it a feature. It was not a feature I enjoyed. So instead I painted it black to tie into the wainscoting. And honestly, it was the best decision, because now it just kind of looks very intentional and it's so much more a part of the room, and it recedes. So it doesn't feel like confusing and crowded at the back end of the room with too many focal points. It just seems to actually like flow with the rest of the downstairs. So to offset all of these cool tones, I picked up these really beautiful, I'm looking at them now, caramel velvet drapes, and against the blue, they're just magic. So thank you for listening to that rambling explanation of this giant project that I undertook. I'm extremely proud of the results. I hope at least this was somewhat inspirational or helpful to you. If you have any questions, let me know. And also, can you tell which one of the paintings is the TV? If you can, let me know in the comments below. Anyway, I will see you next time, and take care.